Like the W core did do more damage, but like I could tell that the W core wasn't gonna kill her. Um, I don't know if you knew that. Like I don't know if you know Sona's damage well enough to know for sure that W core wasn't gonna kill her. So then you should just get the E core. When you're hitting tower and you're not scared of them, you should have your QR on. That was a good ult. You could have tank tower for one more shot, but you don't really know where Mumu is, so like you guys should get out. It turns out that he's not rotating down to you, but he could have been rotating down to you. And you still have, okay, you're standing all the way here with 4 Sightstone wards. Those are absolutely free for you to put down. There's no reason for you not to use them. So just, like, okay, so you can stand over here and then drop a ward into this bush here. Or if you're not going to do that, just, like, drop a ward, like, here or something so that you can see them coming in case he comes this way. And then you just, like, you want to be able to have more vision. Like, and then also you couldn't see if he came down from Tri behind you, and that's, like, the other really big problem, is that he could have been coming behind you because you didn't have Tri warded yet. So, like, when you're at their second tower, this is a very good ward to have. If you feel safe walking all the way to here, you can keep this bush warded and they're red warded. If you don't feel safe walking there, then you keep this bush warded and Tri warded, or you can put a ward sort of in this area. But you want to be able to see the path from Wraith down here. You want to see that to know if that's there. This is pretty dangerous for Tyndall, but you should make note that Caitlyn's cleanse is down. Okay, so your items are okay. I personally like to be tankier. That was a good exhaust on the Caitlyn. You should be able to get the kill. Okay, you just, like, tanked a full Katarina ult for no reason. That was a good flash, but, like, you weren't, there's nothing you could have done to help get that Caitlyn kill unless you were gonna flash Q her. So, you had 2 choices. One was to flash Q and ensure the Caitlyn kill, and then, so, Katarina starts ulting, you flash Q Caitlyn, and then run this way. Or the other thing was just to get out. Just walking back and forth and tanking the full Katarina ult, for no reason was not a good idea.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
And again, merch heads are nice. They're really not necessary on a support this early. You get, okay, so get merch heads if they have the, like, if you're worried about getting caught out or something, but safe play can stop you from being worried about getting caught out. If you're gonna get defensive boots, Tabby are honestly, for the most part, a lot better. But honestly, like, path to avoid the trap, that's, okay, that's good. You should have replaced that ward as you were going through it, because you see that it's really low, and it's a Sightstone ward, so replacing it is, like, literally free. This is not a smart engage, like, you saw them coming. But yeah, like, replace that ward, because, especially because it's a Sightstone ward. Even if it wasn't a Sightstone ward, I would have said to replace it as you were walking past, because there's just no reason for you to not replace the ward. It's about to expire. Like, you're losing 10 seconds of ward or something, but it's not going to be safe to, like, walk there to replace the ward later. So you really do just want to get that ward replaced early. I don't remember what I was saying earlier. Oh, merch heads. Okay, so merch heads are very good to have if you have a Crucible and they have an AoE ult, like an Mumu or something, because then you can give your carry the benefit of having tenacity even though he doesn't actually have it. So, like, if a Mumu ults both of you, you can't Crucible your carry immediately because you're stunned. But, if you have a merch heads, then you have your CC reduced, and then you Crucible your carry the moment that your CC ends, and then your carry, it's like your carry has merch heads. So, okay, if you're going, I still think that you want Australia's, but going for Locket is also okay. I would actually consider going for Twin Shadows since you do have the cages already. You don't, again, this is not a very good game for a Shard, so I wouldn't have gotten the cages at all unless you actually want the Twin Shadows. But you guys are able to win a fight right now pretty decisively, and Twin Shadows is sort of like the counterpart to Shreya's in that it does a very similar function of allowing you to catch up to the enemy team. But they sort of like, it depends on whether you need everyone to be able to get there or you want to just slow them. So like, Twin Shadows is better if you need to get a lot of vision of them. Shreya's is better if you're sort of like running up and down the lane. Twin Shadows is better if you're fighting in the jungle, I guess, is probably when you decide whether to get them or not. Okay, I don't think you were auto-attacking him. I don't think you were auto-attacking him the entire time there. You were sort of turning and running away, especially because you have red buff. It's important that you auto-attack constantly. And yeah, your auto-attacks don't do that much damage because you don't have any armor pen, but you get like 20 extra AD from your Qs, so your auto-attacks are doing like a noticeable amount of damage. And especially if you have red buff, it makes a huge difference whether you auto-attack or not. Also, I don't know if you are getting the Locket first instead of Australia's because you want to keep the GP 10, or if it's because you actually think that it's more important to have the Locket, but don't put off Australia's just because you want to hold on to the Philo for longer. Like, Australia's is an amazing item, and getting it early is like really, really good. Okay, it looks like Turnbull does have Negus now, so you're not going to want to get Negus, but you should definitely get Australia's. And then I would probably want Australia's, Locket, Crucible to be my items this game. Okay, the other thing is that, like, you ran out of mana at the end when Ezreal was killing, or was trying to kill Wukong. Getting a Chalice on Sona is huge. I actually, like, I just like to pretty much go sit in Chalice. Yeah, so that fight sucks. Australia's could have gotten you out of it. You didn't use your Locket, but that wasn't really gonna help. Like, the problem was honestly that you guys were overextending without wards, and so then you ended up having to fight a 4 versus 5, and Amumu got his, like, Amumu and Wukong were able to stream their ults, and so they got them off, for almost the entire time, and Vice should be able to Q over a wall or something to get out. But hopefully you're building this Dark Crystal into Australia's, because, like, okay, so the thing is that there, if you could Australia's yourselves out, like, that fight wouldn't have been so bad at all. And that's what I'm saying, like, that's where Australia's is better than Twin Shadows. So a Twin Shadows is equivalent to Australia's, or not equivalent, but a Twin Shadows is very similar to Australia's if you're ahead, but if you're behind, or like if you're unable to win an engage, then you want Australia's to avoid the engage. Twin Shadows is pretty much only for engaging, because it only slows 2 members of the team. And so yeah, if Wukong and Amumu happen to be the 2 closest things to you, that's good. You should have ulted that. You should have stopped the Katarina all with an ult. Oh, it was down. Okay, just kidding. That's fine then. But you did split from your team pretty far. Like, these fights in the jungle are just really messy. Don't start taking red buff. Like, people are still fighting. You need to be with your team as long as they're still fighting. Um, and, okay, you just used it. Okay, that was good. That was a good ult, and your team absolutely should have followed it up. And it was pretty bad that they didn't. That was a really good exhaust. Yeah, it's like, it's better to exhaust an auto attack if you can still, but honestly, like, exhausting Katarina is a really good choice for an exhaust. And honestly, if you exhaust Katarina or Wukong or Caitlyn, those are all fine choices for the exhaust this game, because Wukong is really fed. Wukong is really, really fed. Yeah, Wukong is probably honestly the best choice for an exhaust on your team. Or, sorry, on their team. But you pretty much exhaust whoever you need to exhaust in order to keep the carry alive. Like, yeah, that could mean exhausting the enemy support because your carry is at 25 HP and dueling the enemy support. But hopefully you would have used your exhaust earlier in the fight, but if it had been on cooldown, then the goal is just to keep your carry alive. So with that ward, it's better to put the ward here, but I completely agree that you shouldn't have felt safe walking all the way there to place the ward, that, like, all the way into the bush. Yeah, you have enough money to get your Shilias. You should go buy your Shilias. I assume you're getting your Shilias. Just go be and buy your Shilias. You probably want your team to have randoms. Personally, I find 4 and 5 to be really hard to reach. I put my Shirley's on 2, and I'd put a locket on 1. Basically, that was a good ult. It could have been slightly earlier. I actually probably would have flashed forward for the ult immediately and tried to save Brand's life. Like, that was a good ult. You should be auto-attacking. No, there is no way you're going to be able to kill the Wukong there, though. Okay, and also you're out of mana. Like, that's just one fight and you're completely out of mana, because you don't have a Chalice. Chalice is, like, really, really necessary on Sona. And it's a good way to get magic resist without getting Merc Treads or an Aegis. Sorry, so I actually consider Chalice to be a laning item on Sona. Yeah, hopefully you're gonna build that into a Chalice. I consider Chalice to be a laning item on Sona. I get Red Crystal Chalice, or Red Crystal Cloth Armor Chalice, pretty much is what I build in lane. And yeah, I end up getting really far behind in GP10, but it allows me to be so much more aggressive with my spell usage that I think I'm able to deny more gold from their carry by zoning them from CS than I would have gained from my gold generation. And actually, okay, so when you bought that fairy charm there, I actually would have bought a stack of like 3 pink cords, if you had the money for it. But yeah, so you would have had the money for a stack of 3 pink cords or so. And it's good. This bush you really want to keep pink corded when it's relevant. Your bush is the one that's relevant right now. Their bush really isn't. They pretty much have the map control right now because Wukong got so ridiculously fed. But I would put a normal word here, pink word here, and then a pink word at Baron. And then just hold on to the other pink word. Like, it's a good idea to have a pink word in a team fight so you can put it down to reveal Wukong, especially because he's so fed. Wukong, Vayne, Akali, Talon, like anyone with short-term invis, you want to have a pink word to drop in the middle of a team fight. Yeah, and you can afford your Chalice right now. It doesn't seem like there's going to be an engage right now. like, you guys are playing way too aggressively given that you don't have as